Hello angels and welcome to this new pick a card reading. My name is Renee and I'm a lightworker, therapist and author. And today we're going to be doing a pick a card reading for you if you are a lightworker yourself, if you're an earth angel, if you believe yourself to be an earth angel, or if you're just a caring person who, especially at this time of when I'm filming this, it's the 22nd of March 2020, and we're in the midst of a pandemic, the coronavirus, around the world. So I thought it would be really good to do a pick a card reading for this time, because I know that some of us feel that we need to step up and we need to help, or if you feel compelled to help others at this time, it is probably because you are a light worker or an earth angel or someone with the life purpose of doing good at this time. This is what you signed up for. Light workers, this is what you signed up for. This is your time. This is what you've been training for, what your life mission is. You know, we need you out there now. So if you're one of these people, welcome. And if you're new to my Angelic Creations channel, welcome. Please do subscribe to this channel if you've enjoyed this video. Check out my other videos, but most importantly, join my mailing list as well as subscribing to this YouTube channel. And that's at www.angelic-creations.net. Okay, so if you sign up to my mailing list, you'll get some free goodies every day for the first, I believe it's 6 days or 7. And then you'll be on my mailing list and receive news and information about other things, other resources, other spiritual things, new age, and all sorts of wonderful goodies and treats for you. So coming back to this reading, this is going to be about you helping others and what you can do to help others, or what you're meant to be focusing on now as a light worker. You know you've got to do something, but you're not quite sure, or maybe you are sure, but you just need the encouragement and the push in the right direction. So this is for you. And remember, when you help others, you really help yourself as well, because there's probably a message in there for you too. You know, you and the people or the causes that you're passionate about, because you are a mirror to them. They're a mirror for you. So whatever this information reveals for you, read it also in the other sense that if I'm talking about the other people or the causes, I'm also talking about you and your energy, if that makes sense. Everything's a mirror. Okay, so my guess is that you are a light worker, my darlings, because you wouldn't be on this channel if you weren't. So let's get to it. And actually, before we pick your favorite pile, I just want to explain the crystals and the relevance that this has for you today. Also pick a crystal that you're fascinated by or that you seem tuned in with here. Okay, there's 2 types of crystal. There's the clear quartz ones here and here. And this I picked for clarity, because we need clarity at this time. And most importantly, we need light. So that's why I picked the clear quartz. We need to direct our energies in the purest, most light-filled way. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. Let's meditate on that. So as a light worker, as an earth angel, as someone who really cares about others, I thank you for being here. And if you're attracted to this, it's something to do with you needing more clarity or more light right now for yourself, so that you can give to others as well. Need more light on the planet, definitely right now. If you're attracted to the aventurine here, these ones, the green ones, can you see that? Aventurine is a really emotionally calming stone, which I thought is very important in these times. It's also one that brings emotional tranquility. So it's calming and brings tranquility. Let me pick another one. Let's see, this one. There's a flatter one, for example. There you go. It's lovely. And it's a balancing stone as well. So it's going to balance all your systems, and especially will enhance your creativity. clarity again, but also your purpose. And these things are what we need if we're to succeed in our life mission. Yeah. So if you're attracted to that one, that's what that means. But I think we all need both of those qualities, both of those stones and their qualities at this time. Okay, and then finally, this is a message for all of you, whatever pile you pick, because this is for everyone who's decided to watch this video. I've got a little angel here for you to protect you and your loved ones at this time. I hope you're all doing well in every way during this time. And also, the reason I have this is because a random feather flew out when I moved this lamp from another location to this reading table. So random beautiful feather. The angel's definitely with us tonight. And then here, this is your message for everyone. Problems are only temporary. That's something for us all to remember. And especially this is on a $100 bill, pretend bill. And I'm aware that you're probably very concerned, as is the whole world, about your finances, because what's happening in the world, as well as it affecting our health and everything else, obviously our finances are being tested as well at this time. So this was a random card that came out of one of my angel packs, and again, I think it was meant to be for today because these all randomly came out, and so it's a message for everyone. Okay, just to remember that problems are only temporary. It's true. There's one guarantee in life, it's change. So this will change. This too shall pass. Okay, my angels. So let's concentrate now. I want you to have a look at the spread. You've got pile 1 here, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. And you're going to pick one of these piles. So take a deep breath. Clear your mind. Maybe close your eyes. And ask that the divine light from above come through the top of your head, pour down into your skull, into your face, into your head, down your neck, down the left side of your neck and the left shoulder, down your left arm, down into your left hand, filling your left hand and fingers with light, divine light, so you have a clear reading, and so that you have clarity to now open your eyes, look at the selection and make your selection, feeling very balanced and very calm and very sure. And I want you to point on the screen to that selection. I'm committed to that now. Remember what it is, and I will put the timestamps below of which pile you've picked. So let's go through pile number 1. So pile number 1, people, here we go. If you pick this pack, let's see what you've got. Okay, so you've got children. Let me see which way around it is. Yes, so this indicates you, my darlings. Okay, your life purpose involves helping, teaching and healing children. So you have a natural affinity with children. There's something about your energy that makes children trust you. They like you, they respect you, they have fun with you, and they can really relax around you because of your caring heart and your energy field. Children and animals as well, they're so innocent and pure, and they know that they can trust you. So not everyone has that natural ability with children, and so it's wonderful that you do. This is also kind of indicating that you have a need to heal your inner child at this time. Maybe your inner child is a bit scared of what's going on in the world right now. So it's very important for you to cleanse your energy field, to make sure that you are taking the necessary precautions for yourself as well, and healing any anxiety you have about what's going on in the world right now. Because you may already be someone who works with children, or you may already be a healer of some sort, or therapist of some sort, but that doesn't matter. You know, you can be a professional in this field, but you're human, so it's okay to still feel fear. You know, your primal self, your inner child you know, it's perfectly normal to feel that you are human. So feel that, so that you can work through that, so that you can help children in a better way from having healed yourself. Okay, and here it says you have the archetypal energy of the priest, which means in its lightest attribute, you facilitate spiritual commitments, you serve as a channel of spiritual energy. And so if we put that together with your ability to work with and talk to children and make children feel safe, it's because you are able to channel that spiritual energy very purely. You've got very pure energy, number ones. That's what I want to say. And I'm feeling just this real beauty and innocence that you carry. And that's why the children and the animals trust you, because that's something that's imprinted in your energy field, that and like the fairies as well, and elemental beings can feel that. Fairies are very interested in nature, the animals, and close to children as well because of their innocence. And yeah, definitely there might be something of that fairy realm going on with you as well, maybe an interest in the fairy realm and working with fairies too. Okay, so that's beautiful. Now the shadow attributes, this is what you've got to take care of and watch out for, because in the negative sense it says that sometimes you might violate the trust of your spiritual community, could be seduced by your own spiritual role. So that's just something to watch out for. Everything has a positive and a negative, so this is just saying that's what you need to just be aware of and wary of. Okay, so let's put this there. Okay, so now we come, that was your energy. Now we're coming to the energy of the situation or the people around you that you need to help. And this is Hermit energy, Major Arcana card in the tarot. This is a beautiful Crystal Visions tarot. I love it. And this is very fairyish, isn't it? So again, see, the fairy theme is continuing here. So I think for you guys, number ones, it's very good for you to contact the fairy realm and trust that they're going to help and support you in your work. And also, you know, maybe connect with the earth, because fairies are the earth's angels. So maybe some kind of work in the field of naturopathy, anything to do with herbs, anything to do with alternative medicine, flower remedies, massage, body work, this kind of earthy stuff, gardening even. What's the other thing I was going to say? Aromatherapy, all that kind of work in those kind of fields. Maybe you're already aware or have an inkling or desire for learning something along those lines. And if I've missed anything out, please guys do put some suggestions in the comments for other people, other number ones. Or if you know there's something that you particularly feel drawn to that's connected to this, please share with us. That would be very interesting. Okay, so the energy here though is the Hermit. So it's saying that because probably people are in isolation now, whether voluntary or because of the governments imposing them on us, they're feeling isolated and alone. So again, with you, particularly with these cards, yes, you can work with adults, but more so this is suggesting that it's the kids in isolation that kind of need your help. So whatever connection you have to that, I'm just thinking also another thing, if you're a children's entertainer, for example, or yeah, someone who entertains children, clowns, or you know, fairy, what do you do? What's it called? Party princesses, you know, people who dress up as Elsa from Frozen and sing songs and things like that. If that's something that you do, it's something that it's telling you to do more of, or if it's something you're considering doing, it's saying you should or you could go into that right now, because there's many kids in isolation, not all of them from a happy family, not all of them from a family that are tending to their needs. Maybe the parents are stressed out, not necessarily that they're bad parents, that they've just suddenly got to find a way to earn a living because they lost their work during the lockdown or whatever, you know, for whatever reason. These kids need your help because they're bored or they're scared or they're alone. On a darker vein, it could be that they're being abused and now they have to stay in close proximity with their abusers, for example, you know, all sorts of reasons. So your job, my darlings, is very important. Your job is to take care of and protect and help the children of the world. And like I said earlier, it's not just necessarily the children of the world. It could be an adult person who's very childlike or is displaying anxiety because of their childhood demons, their childhood issues, childhood abuses, or, you know, has some kind of inner child stuff going on for them right now. So again, if you're thinking of someone springs to mind, then that's someone that you've got to help. And when I say with all of you guys, whichever number you pick, it could be that you only have to help the one person, whoever you're thinking. Hello, I'm back. I'm sorry, just had a little break because my storage came full. Anyway, I'm back. And I was saying to you just before I stopped that this applies to you, whichever number you pick, that you could be dealing with one person, just one person that you need to help, or it could be a group, a community, or many hundreds or thousands around the world. But even if it's just one person, one child that you can help or that you're going to help, that's your mission. Okay, so whoever you're thinking about, or whatever cause or group or people you're thinking about, that's where you need to direct your energy. Okay, and this is bringing more clarity and information about the people or the causes or the children that you're needing to help, because we've got the whale breaching here in this card. So basically that is suggesting that the children who are in isolation right now, who are bored, who may be scared, or, you know, maybe it's not that serious, maybe they're not even scared, they're just really bored, they don't know what to do with themselves, and they need to breach like the great whale. And whales in the wild, they live in the ocean most of the time, but every now and again they'll breach like this. It's a beautiful display. It's almost like a ballet, the way they contort their bodies out of the water. They twist and turn and just have this release, and it's a feeling of freedom and joy. And it feels like, you know, if you look at these two images, the hermit sitting there really isolated and then just wanting to pop out at the surface and experience a different environment. And that's something that is a message for you as well. Like I said, everything's a mirror, but it's also something to do with the energy of the children that you're going to help, okay, or the people you're going to help, or the inner child that's stuck in somebody that wants to break through. You know, there are very different meanings to these readings. So obviously I'm doing a general one because lots of people will be watching this, but you will interpret this however you need to interpret it. So do mention in the comments how this interprets for you. Okay. Yeah, and so the breach, the humpback whales are the ones in nature that do the most magnificent breaches out there. They are huge and they twist and turn, and whether that's just because of sheer energy and joy, or whether that's because they're mating, it's a mating ritual, or whether that's because they're trying to rid their bodies of the parasites in there. The one thing is that it's a break from the norm. Okay, so take those words, take that idea, and see how that relates to you and your mission right now. It's a great, powerful card, isn't it? Look at that. Okay, so then moving on, yes, look at this. This is the situation. You'll be providing miracles for someone. You will be someone's miracle maker, fairy godmother, fairy godfather. So miracles do exist, and look, there's so much fairy energy in this actually that I didn't realize until now. And then of course you've got the angel energy here, and we've got this as well. Oh, the butterfly. So yeah, miracles will be the outcome of this. And just to remember this, if you're working with somebody or with a group of people and it feels like things are getting a bit serious, they're getting a bit dark, they're getting a bit hopeless, remember this miracle card, because miracles happen every day, sometimes just not in the way that we expect them. And then your butterfly card here, the leaving card, this indicates some grief, some sadness. There might have to be a change within this situation with the people or the children you're helping, and it might be you know, it might be that these kids have lost somebody to the coronavirus or something else. And that's your purpose here, to help them move forward. You know, it could be that a parent is leaving. It could be a divorce. It could be a very, you know, significant change in their environment, in their lives. So whereas this pandemic is a change already, it feels like there's more to come for whoever you're trying to help here. And like I said, also, everything here is a mirror. It's not just them, it's you too. So maybe you're having to leave a situation behind. Maybe you're having to isolate yourself from someone who you really miss right now. Maybe you're having to feel hopeful and connected to miracles. Maybe you're the one who needs this breech whale feeling, this release, this freedom. And it's always available to you. You just got to change up your environment and believe in a miracle. And actually, in saying that, there's a future video that I'll be doing about what you can do to change up the energy in your environment, all this feng shui and space clearing advice that I'm going to give you. So make sure to subscribe, because I'll be giving that information soon, especially while I'm in isolation. I have lots more time to do these videos again. Yay! It's a silver lining all the time. Okay, guys, so I've got to continue with the other ones, but that is your reading for my number ones. Please stick around till the end. And yeah, let's see what other message there is for everybody else. But do stick around to the end, because I'd like to do a little blessing or prayer to share with you to help you through your life mission. So thank you very much, number ones. God bless you. Namaste on your mission. Hello, angels. And this is for my number twos. How are you, my darlings? And namaste to you. And here is your reading. Ooh, wow. Okay, so first of all, we have career change. You're embarking upon a career that brings you, hold on, let's focus, the joy and abundance you desire and deserve. And you've got a lighthouse here with angel lights coming out of the lighthouse. So this is very angelically guided for you. This is something you have known about for a long time. You felt within your soul, with, you know, inner stirrings within you. You know that eventually your life would mean a change for the better, for this career path. You've known your life purpose your whole life, and if you haven't known it consciously, you know, you've always known it subconsciously, but now it's coming into your conscious mind. It's coming into your dreams. It's coming into your real life. And this pandemic, or this, whenever you're watching this, the situation that you're in now has caused you to open up to this career change. It's been like a catalyst. It suddenly opened you up, opened your eyes, opened your heart, and suddenly you're finding yourself having to go down this very different path than you're used to. And it's saying that the angels will guide you through that. You have a lot of support there. They're sending you light. You'll be shown the way every step of the way. And in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you know 100% what that means already for you. So guys, number twos, put in the comments what you think, or what you feel, or what you know in your heart to be true for you. What you would like to go into now, or that you feel the urge, the desire, the strong pull to go into now. You know, tell us what your career was and what you're going into, what your career will be, or that you hope to be. But I think it's going to be a very strong will be, rather than just a hope, because of the urgency of this pandemic. As I release this video, you know, you may watch this years later, not having been through the pandemic. So, you know, it might not relate to the pandemic, but it will relate to whatever you're going through right now, which is a big change in your personal life. Okay. Oh, wow. Couldn't get any clearer than that. I mean, your career, you're changing from one thing into a healer. Basically, you are a healer. You always have been. And whether you've done it as a career or not, you've always had the capacity to make people feel better, whether with your words, whether with your talents, whether you're literally a doctor or a nurse or a caregiver or someone in the healing field or the healing arts, or you've had an interest in it and you've kind of done it on the sidelines or just been curious, but you've always had this innate ability, and now it's coming to the surface, it's coming out of you, it's flourishing, you've become this butterfly basically, that it's getting serious now basically. Or it could be that you were a healer already and that now you're changing your mode of healing. There's another string you're adding to your bow, for example. Guys, this is a very general reading for people, so obviously there's going to be open to lots of people and lots of different interpretations. So I'm very curious what this means particularly to you. Yes, the general gist of this is going to be applying to all of you, number twos, but it would be very interesting to share in the comments what specifically it is for you. So what kind of healer do you want to become, or are you, or what are you changing from and changing to? It'd be really beautiful to share that, guys, and support each other in those journeys with each other. Let's support each other in those changes. Okay, so here it's saying passion, the light attributes of your healer archetype is passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind and spirit, ability to help transform pain into healing. That is your natural gift, guys. That's what you signed up to do in this lifetime, and you're brilliant at it. We need you right now. Definitely. The world needs you. Now, the shadow attributes is taking advantage of those who need help, failing to care for oneself. So these are the things that you must be aware of. It's warning you about, this is your blind spot, right? So if you're aware of this, then you'll be more in your light attribute. But if you're not aware of this, then obviously this will play out in unconscious ways until it's brought into the light. Okay, but I think for many healers or for many people, the failure to care for oneself is kind of a common one, because you're so busy concentrating your energy on healing the other person. Or, you may work, for example, in the NHS or in a medical field, and you might be one of these people in the front lines helping to heal the unfortunate people who've contracted the disease, for example, the virus. And, you may be working flat out without any breaks and not able to sleep, not able to have a rest yourself. So that's how the shadow attribute plays out in real life for healers. So it's just, if that's you, it's just sort of urging you to take care of yourself right now, because you may be giving out more than you're receiving right now. And we need you to be healthy first. You can't effectively help people if you are depleted yourself. So what's that saying? You can't pour from an empty cup. Make sure your cup is full first for you, and then any other energy coming out of that cup is excess energy that you're giving to other people. Okay, you don't want to deplete yourself, because then you'll be healing less people in the long term. We need you healthy and strong and vibrant. Okay, this is you. But how exciting. Wow, number twos. Okay, and the excitement continues, because number twos, you've got the 8 of Wands and the shape-shifting. Whew. Okay, so the 8 of Wands here in this tarot pack, the beautiful Crystal Vision tarot pack, shows these 8 magnificent unicorns stampeding down the mountainside. And really the 8 of Wands is the energy of it's like an avalanche of energy, basically. It's like an acceleration of energy. It's speed, it's urgency, it's like a fire down the mountain, as you can see here, and they're all running away from it because it's fire, and it's like things need to happen now. So this change of yours, healer friend, this is going to come rapid and quick and strong. It's going to come overnight. It's like the world really needs you. You're being called now to be of service. And there's no time for you to be shy or to be in ego or to be in doubt or afraid. Now is your time to be a warrior, because look, you're shape-shifting quickly from whatever you thought you were and whatever you're used to being into this magnificent healer, because the world really needs you. There's a lot of people afraid out there. There's a lot of people who are already ill. There's a lot of people who are afraid of getting ill. And we need you, Lightworker. We need you so much. But in order for you to be effective, like it says, you have to be strong. Okay, so there's no time for ego now. Your rehearsal time is over. You know, if you've in the past always thought about being a healer and wanting to do this, well, there's no time for hesitation now. You've got the 8 of Wands saying, get on it now, right? It's urgent. And the cloud shape-shifting here into something absolutely beautiful, but completely different to what you're used to. So you could have been in a completely different field, and you might think that, oh my gosh, this is such a big leap. This is not what I'm used to. I'm not even sure if I'm good at it yet. It's telling you you are. You need to take a crash course in whatever. If you need formal training, you need to do it now, because you're needed out there. But whichever path you need to take, just remember, you can do it. You're being called to do it. You wouldn't have the inkling to want to do it unless you were supposed to do it as a life mission. And, you know, formal training or not, all you need to heal sometimes is an open and loving and kind heart. So you don't need formal training to be kind to someone else, for example. Okay, obviously, if you need to be a doctor or anything, you do need the formal training. But what I'm saying is that you don't have to wait for the formal training to show compassion, to heal in other ways while you're doing that. Okay, hope that makes sense. Ask me if not. Okay, wow, you know, the energy for you, number 2s, is just phenomenal. This is going to be quite a journey. Okay, you've been called strongly. And then there is serenity, and then there's grief work. Okay, so this is calling for you to be very strong, because within the realms of your healing work, you know, you are going to have to do some grief work. And this is, you know, it could literally mean because people are dying and you're going to be exposed to people's grief and help them through it. But also, and you can bring them serenity. You have that quality, that energy to stay grounded and to show beauty and to have grace to help people move through that very difficult period of their lives. But also this is indicating for you as well, because remember at the beginning I said, you know, we're all mirrors. Everything is a mirror. It's not just the people or the groups of people that you'll be applying this to. It's also information and messages for you as well. So this could also indicate that, you know, whatever your career here is, there'll be a period of grieving, because it might be difficult for you to let go of the old life and to step into the new life. And that's natural, you know. Of course you're going to have a period of grieving, because it's you always do when there's big changes. Even if the changes are positive, you know, you are changing like the butterfly. You're metamorphosizing from one thing to another. It's completely different. And so, yeah, good or bad, you're going to miss the good and bad of that old life. And that's fine. So it's telling you to have serenity and, you know, some patience and understanding for that. And this very much is the garden card. So it's telling you to be out in nature and to find that serenity and that balance for yourself, for your own healing, in places of beauty, in nature, surrounded by flowers and trees and plants. And maybe if you can't do that because of isolation at the moment, you can buy some flowers, or you just go into your own garden. Or if even that is impossible, then, you know, look at these images, look online for images of flowers to help you with that grieving process for yourself. Flicking back again to the people that you'll be helping, maybe it's a good idea to get them flowers, or get them connected to nature somehow, or the angels, the angelic realm. But you have a very special gift, number 2s, and you're being called now. You're being called upon to use it, and to use it powerfully, because it's very energetic, very powerful cards. And then, you know, this is so beautiful and grace-filled at the end here. So the result of your work is very high quality serenity, very peaceful. It's like you have this ability to walk amongst the negative energies with such peace and grace and stillness that you're going to help so many people. And so there's no room for doubt, guys. You know, you just have to step into that role now. Be serene within yourself. Be the calm, be the eye of the storm, you know. Be the calm in whatever situation there is out there. But in order to do that, you have to do your own grief work first. You have to make sure you're healthy first. You're here, you're required to put out a lot of energy. It's going to happen quickly. I wouldn't be surprised if you're seeing the number 555 a lot, because that's very much, you know, big changes occurring at once and at high speed, velocity. So 555, the number 5, is a message from your angels, from the universe, to say, you know, hold on tight, buckle up, because you're in for a big ride now. Yeah, so you know, like when you go to a fairground and they're buckling you up beforehand and you're preparing, it really feels like you're sitting in that roller coaster or whatever, this ride that's going to be crazy fast and crazy busy, and you're anticipating that. And I bet you're feeling that energetically anyway. There's something about to happen, there's something big. Well, yes, you're feeling that because it's like you're sitting in the roller coaster and they're putting that safety belt or that safety guard over your head, or you know, around you on your around your tummy, and pulling the belt, and you know, you're being strapped in, you're being buckled in, you're being asked to prepare mentally, emotionally, physically, to prepare for your mission, guys, because you guys are healers. You know that already, and if you don't know that, you've known that subconsciously, but you've got to know it consciously now, because you've got big work to do. Okay, so sending you lots of love and light and support, and please do talk to me. I'm curious about how this plays out for you, and whether it makes sense to you, and how it manifests for you. And do share with us, you know, the healing work that you do and the people you help, because it will be an inspiration for others as well. So let's inspire each other and share. I want Angelic Creations to be a beautiful community of supportive angels. Okay, and please stick around, guys. That's your reading number 2, but stick around and watch to the end, because there's going to be a little prayer and a blessing and a bonus there for you at the end. Okay, so namaste, number 2s. Namaste. Good luck on your mission. We need you. Okay, now for my number 3s. Hi guys, and namaste. Welcome. And this is your reading if you pick this pile. Let's have a look. Okay, so we have storyteller and flowers. So this indicates that, let's start with the flowers first. Working with flowers opens your heart and brings blessings to others through your life purpose. So this can mean that you are or will be working with the flower kingdom, with flowers, plants, like aromatherapy, being an aromatherapist, or a naturopath, or herbalist, or something to do with nature. Or it doesn't necessarily mean you will be working with it on a professional capacity, or that you have been, but it can also mean that you work with it on a personal level. You might appreciate flowers, or draw or paint flowers, or have an affinity with flowers. And this might just be asking you to take notice of that and bring it into your daily life, bring it into your personal life. Maybe it's encouraging you to, the next time you're out, well, there's not much to do now because we're in isolation as I do this, but maybe you have a balcony or plants or a garden that you could be able to pick your own flowers, or if you're still able to go out to a park or whatever, that you're able to connect with a particular flower and bring it home maybe, or meditate with it, so that your path is clearer to do with, you know, the next step of your career or your life mission. Yeah, so it's very important to meditate and connect with that. Also aromatherapy, because obviously that's from the plant the plant or the flower kingdom, you know, it's in those bottles, the essence of the flowers, flower essences. Working with those types of things will bring you more clarity about what you need to do in your life right now. So it's a beautiful thing. It means you've got this very sensitive energy, very gentle, very connected to the flower kingdom. And, you know, you need to be very sensitive in order to be able to get that information. Not everyone has that patience or sensitivity or connection, but you do. So that's beautiful. So there's a certain tenderness and innocence and sensitivity or vulnerability even that you have, but which is actually a gift, because maybe sometimes in the past you felt that your vulnerability or your sensitivity hasn't been a gift, that it's been more of a burden or something to be ashamed of. Well, it's not, because actually that sensitivity gives you more information than some people who are unaware or insensitive. Does that make sense? Yeah. So it's telling you to appreciate that as your natural gift, and to see and appreciate all the wonderful things that means and that it brings you because of that sensitivity. Okay, and here another gift that you have that you may or may not be aware of is you have the archetype of the storyteller. So in its light attribute, it means your ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. Okay, so you may be a natural narrator. You may be someone who can spin a tale really beautifully and really easily, and people love to listen to you. People love to hear your stories or jokes or poetry or you know, writings or whatever. Also, the mention of symbols here means that you can interpret symbols, you can interpret dreams very well. You know, you're very good at you might be good at tarot actually, and oracle card reading too. But you're very good at interpreting signs and symbols, because you understand them on a different level than normal people. You know, you won't need a textbook so much. You won't need necessarily to learn about it, because you already have that wisdom within you, probably from past lives, or that you were born with it naturally. It's the gifts that you came in with. But there's no harm in learning about it as well. It's just saying that your natural talent is that you understand the symbolic world already. Okay, so you probably interpret dreams really well. You understand what your dreams were, what they were trying to tell you, what they mean. That's another career path, maybe, you know, to decipher people's dreams, or to work on a psychological level, or some kind of therapy level, you know. Guys, as I've said to my number ones and number twos, and I will say it to all of you, this is a very general reading for many, many people. And although what I'm generally telling you will apply to all of you, the specifics of this will play out very differently for each and every one of you. So, you know, for example, for one person, this could mean that you are an aromatherapist, and you tell stories about each aromatherapy bottle. For another person, it could be that you're a writer, or literally a storyteller or entertainer who likes flowers. You know, it's going to be different for each and every one of you, and you've got to interpret this yourself, because there's no way I can possibly do exactly for you when there are thousands of people that might watch this. So if you want a private reading with me, that's great. We can work on that privately. So drop me a line at my email, mail@angelic-creations.net. I'll put all the links in the description below. But, you know, you have to really meditate on this and tune into what you would like to do, what your passions are, what this means for you when you see these cards and hear me speak about them. Okay, and share with us, comment below, write, tell us, you know, what your dreams are, what you think this is about, what the connection is, and what you'd like to do, so we can support each other. And I'd really like you all to support each other in your goals and dreams, and, you know, really high five each other and give each other a boost, because the reason I'm doing this pick a card reading is because of the pandemic right now. And I think that light workers are being called now very, very strongly to do what they came to do in a very urgent way now, because There's so many people transitioning on this earth right now. There's a lot of people who are very scared, a lot of people who are ill or will become ill because of this pandemic, this virus, and they need you and your storytelling and your flowers and your healing abilities and your joy. Maybe it's your healing comes from telling stories and bringing joy to people. What I'm saying is, this is something that you need to take seriously now, and you need to step into with boldness, because it's asking you to. The world needs you to. The world needs you. And whenever you become afraid of your life mission, if it feels too big, like it's become too big, or it's something that you think you can't do, what I always do, when I have clients, and if ever I feel I've bitten off more than I could chew with, in terms of, I'm not feeling confident that day, or, I've got a very important celebrity client that day that I think, oh my gosh, I'm not good enough. I always, sorry, my machine stopped. Okay, I think we're recording again. So I was saying, yeah, if you feel like you've bitten off more than you can chew, if you feel like you're, out of your depth with a certain situation or person or client or whatever, always bring your attention back to them and the original goal or the original purpose of why you went into what you're doing. And usually when you take your focus off you, which is ego, and place it on them, the person who needs you, who needs your help, they don't care what you look like or whatever, they don't care about the silly things that you're worrying about, possibly. These are just your own inner fears. They just care about the gifts that you have that they could be benefiting from, what you can give them, what you were born with, what you signed up for in this lifetime. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you, and use your gift. Now let's see what more. Oops. What more clues about this time for you is, Knight of Swords and Iceberg submerged. Okay, this is very interesting, these two coming together. So this could, like I said to everyone else, remember, this could be a message for you about you, or it could be about the client or the person or the people that you're needing to help. But the Knight of Swords, and actually it's always about both of you, because you wouldn't be attracted to that other person if you didn't have something resonant in common with each other. Okay, always a very good thing to remember. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Scratching that you can hear is just my cat outside. She's been locked out and she's scratching on the door, on the floor. She wants to come in. Sorry, Beth. I might let her in, but then no. Later, if you want to see Beth, she's in a lot of other videos, so you can see her there. So coming back to the cards, the Knight of Swords has a very charismatic but very aggressive and forthright energy, and he comes riding in here on this one on his winged horse with ravens behind him, and usually is brandishing a sword, but there is a sword there somewhere, and he comes in with a very passionate and powerful energy, and is very, very intelligent as well. So this is indicating that, this energy here, whether it's you or whether it's the people you're dealing with, is working in tandem with this submerged iceberg energy. And this is very much about dealing with people's subconscious, okay? Because most of the iceberg, what you see, the tip of the iceberg, is only 10% of the iceberg. Excuse me again, my camera stopped filming. So as I was saying, 10% of the iceberg is the tip of the iceberg, but 90% is underwater and submerged. And that's the powerful bit. That's the bit that you can't see, but that's most of it underwater. So symbolically, that's very much about what's in your subconscious. Maybe your hidden fears, your hidden dreams. It's asking you to... Okay, my number 3, sorry about all the interruptions. I'm going to be honest with you, my phone kept dying, and then suddenly, when I went to edit this video, the files with the remainder of your reading were corrupted and it disappeared. So this is actually another day. So for my number 3s and number 4s, you'll notice that the angle's a bit different because I'm having to redo your reading. But we're nearing the end of yours, or we're in the middle of yours, number threes. So let me continue with where I left off. And I was talking about the fact that, 90% of the iceberg is submerged. So not only is this indicating your issues, but if we're looking at the Knight of Swords, the people that you will be helping during this time, if we go back to their characteristics, these can be quite aggressive and, let's be honest, difficult people who kind of don't consider other people's opinions very well, or, really are quite defensive about their own beliefs and opinions. So this might be, you might have a very special, wonderful, gentle nature, and through story and songs and through your own unique weaving of spirituality, maybe it's not so obvious spirituality, you're helping these slightly more difficult people in society, but you're helping them because actually you realize that they have to be loved unconditionally, because these naughty characteristics that they're showing you are actually, that's the 10% up here, but actually the 90%, what's hidden down here, is maybe they're really hurting, maybe they've come out of an abusive situation, or the reason that they are like this is because of the 90% that's buried here. So you have a special talent, number threes, in uncovering that in a very unconditional and loving way, a very gentle way with your gifts here. And so you have a gift to be able to relate to or deal with or help these kind of a little bit more aggressive people that some people wouldn't even bother with, because they just seem to know it all. But if you can have unconditional love and make them feel accepted and approved of and safe, then their guard will drop and you will see that 90% there, and that will help them work through whatever they need to work through at this time, so you can soften them. The outcome that you have then, this beautiful butterfly, this beautiful navy blue, royal blue butterfly, is the card Realizations and Epiphanies. So you really are someone who can transform other people through making them realize things about themselves in a very gentle way through these wonderful talents of yours. And these realizations and epiphanies really are those really massive aha moments that you get in life. So not only will your clients, the people that you help, be experiencing these sort of great epiphanies, these life-changing epiphanies, but so will you. Because, as I said, and I keep repeating, everything and everyone is a mirror. So this is very, very powerful. And your work is powerful in that you really help people see what's in that iceberg, their own personal icebergs. You really help them go, whoa, now I get it. Now I understand why my life is like this. Now I understand why I'm ill, or I'm this or that, or experiencing this or that, because of the stuff that's in the subconscious. And that's the stuff that's really powerful. When you work on that stuff, when you work on it through therapies and exercises and, all sorts of different ways that you can work on that, drama therapy, the flowers, the storytelling, just so many different ways of working through that subconscious stuff, then, it can really change life in every single way, because what's inside, when that's healed, is going to show up here in the 10%. I mean, this is where it shows up last. And this is like the physical manifestation of it. The 90% here are the things that you work on sort of in the background, backstage, just like, the emotional body, the mental body, the spiritual body. And then it shows up in the physical body. That's the last place that illness and disease and issues show up in. Okay, so my lovely number threes, you've got some big work to do there, very varied, but I hope that made sense to you. And please do comment, like I said, comment below how this relates to you, how you feel about these cards, what's coming up for you as you look at all these cards, who you're thinking of, what you're thinking of. Sorry, the angle's not so great here, but let me see. Yeah, those are your cards, number threes. I wish you well. Please remember to watch the end of this video for your bonus blessing, and final words from me. And also, if you chose any other piles, obviously go and read those as well. Okay. Okay, hello, my darlings. This is for you, my number 4s. And apologies for the view being very different. I will be honest with you, as I was with my number 3s, half my videos got corrupted in the editing process, so I'm having to redo number 3s and number 4s, which to me it's been a frustrating few days, but actually when I look at it from a higher perspective and a more positive, reframing it positively in a positive perspective, positive way, I'm thinking actually maybe it's a good thing, because I've got the same cards, but maybe I'm going to now explain it differently than I had previously. So maybe you need to hear these words rather than the words that I had used the other day. Okay, so that's why the angles changed. But anyway, here we are. This is still the message that you need to hear, but just in my way of saying it today. So, my darling number 4s, your life purpose. You are on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. So whatever it is that you're doing right now, you're bang on path. How wonderful. You're on your mission. You probably have always known this. And this is just confirmation that what you're doing is what you're meant to be doing with your life, especially right now. That's not to say you can't change that if you're feeling an inkling to change anything. That this is not a card that's going to stop you from doing that. It's not saying that at all. It's just saying that right now, the gifts and the talents and the tools that you have are perfect for what's happening right now in the world, and you can really help a lot of people with the skills that you already have. Okay, so my darling number 4s, why don't you share with us what skills do you have? And you know, these don't have to be qualifications as well. If you might think, I don't have many skills, well, being a caring person is a natural talent, a natural gift. Being a good listener is a natural talent. Again, it's a natural gift that you were born with. Being someone who's very generous with what they have, you know, you don't need qualifications for that. So those are just examples, but obviously if you have real world qualifications as well, you know, educational sort of qualifications and certifications, do share with us below, because I love talking to you guys and getting to know you, and I want to build a really wonderful community that supports each other here on Angelic Creations. So especially right now with what's going on in the world, I think it's really important for us all to come together and share our gifts and talents and help each other in whatever ways we can. Okay, so comment below, let me know what you do as a career, or what skills and gifts you have as a person, as an earth angel and light worker, whichever form that takes. It's amazing, you know, the wonderful forms that it takes, because we're all different. And we're all different sparks of the divine, shining in different, unique, but equally brilliant ways. Love that. Just made that up. Well, just channeled that. It's not my wisdom. Wisdom flows through. You can never own it. Yeah, because wisdom comes from the divine. So thank you, Spirit. Okay, so again, this is more of a clue of some of your other gifts and talents, but it says you're a visionary. So your light attributes say you have a capacity to envisage what is not yet conceivable to others. Your willingness, let me see, make that clearer. Can you see that? Willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. So, well, that says it all, doesn't it? Let's just look at your shadow attributes. This is what you have to be wary of about yourself. These are the shadow side that you might not know about yourself, or that you know aren't so proud of, but still need to be addressed so that they don't manifest in unconscious and uncontrollable ways. So selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. Right, so well, that's self-explanatory in a nutshell. But this is to remind you that yes, you are a visionary. You do see things in a very imaginative and wow, just broader and more full perspective than a lot of people. You know, you can see what's possible, and you know, just you are an inventor and a creator, and just someone with real talent for what is not yet manifest, and a lot of people, you know, can't even conceive of it. You know, I think of what's coming to mind at the moment is the Apple Mac, and people who have invented, computers and all sorts of things, who at first, they didn't exist. What happened before they existed? People would have laughed at them, or thought it was inconceivable to have a box in your house that is like a calculator, but that connects you to the whole world, and is like a phone, but has every piece of knowledge in it that you could ever require. So you are that kind of person. You have vision. You have a very, very unique talent. You can't buy that, right? You were born with that. And the wonderful thing also is that you are probably clairvoyant. So, sight, clear sight. You're that kind of person. And if you have those kind of light worker skills, then wonderful. You can really help the planet and people in pain right now by envisioning the highest path for everybody, for the whole world right now, and just helping people see the possibility of peace on earth and all the wonderful things that can come out of this coronavirus situation, for example, the pandemic. So really, really important work that you're doing, guys. You really are earth angels. You're on the right path. I'm really curious to know what your particular strengths are. So please share your talents below. Let's all share with each other and sort of high five each other and help each other, because we may have lots of you earth angels who are visionaries down below, but you all do it differently, right? And so we need every single one of you out there helping the world right now, because there are many, many hundreds and thousands, possibly millions to come, people who are very scared, like frightened, like completely. This is a nightmare for them, a living nightmare. And, for various reasons. But it's affecting us all. It's touching us all. So we need you out there, my visionaries. Number 4s, you are the light army. We all are, whoever's watching this video, because you wouldn't be watching it if you weren't a light worker. Okay, especially if you've come to this far along the video. Okay, so my darlings, these are the people you'll be healing. Wow, Ace of Pentacles. So these are very earthy people. These are probably people who haven't explored spirituality as much. Maybe they're just opening up to their spirituality. So one of your gifts and talents is that you're helping people become more spiritual, follow a more spiritual path, and see the higher purpose of things. Because it's an ace, it's a beginning. So people beginning their spiritual paths, people beginning their careers, maybe young people as well, people studying something new. Maybe you're a teacher, you help to teach people about these I don't know whether it's esoteric or religious or spiritual concepts. You're one of these people that can impart wisdom, especially to new learners, which is what I'm getting here. What else am I feeling from this? Oh, there's some crystal energy here as well. So it's a reminder, maybe again, you can bring that element of healing to your work. But yeah, the ace, it's very much, and because you've got that in the middle, it feels very esoteric and witchy and earthbound and metaphysical. Yeah, so it just feels like you're introducing people to these concepts, these learnings, this ancient wisdom, as well as music and harmony. Wonderful. So again, music again is another talent, or it's something that you will be connecting with people who are musical, maybe something theatrical, maybe people in that industry, or people who enjoy music, maybe people in a music school or something like that, right? So again, make a comment if you know what this is pertaining to in your life. As I've said with the others, this is a general reading. There's so many ways we could go with this, but my time here is limited. I can't spend all day, every day, going through every single meaning of all of these. So for you, it's going to be different to the next person watching this, because you're all different. So please share with us how this relates to you, who these people are, or these causes or groups are to you. Okay, and also in the sharing, we spark each other's imagination and creativity. Yeah, so that other people might go, oh yeah, I could go to a music college and help people there, or oh, that's just reminded me of my singing teacher, or you know, let me check up on the students, blah blah blah. I'm just making this up, but you know, you guys will have real world examples, so please share that. And then as an outcome, sobriety. Okay. Oh wow, a lot to this. So sobriety, as I've said before, everything about this reading is a mirror. So we could be talking about you, or we could be talking about the people you're helping, your clients, your friends, your family, or strangers that you're helping. So let's talk about them. You know, you could be literally helping people become sober. You might be part of an Alcoholics Anonymous or Narcotics Anonymous group. Maybe you're a mentor or a teacher, or you know what, it really feels like Alcoholics Anonymous, or I've one of these 12-step programs that I'm not too familiar how they work because I've never been in one, but if you have, maybe you can share with us how it works. But I do know that you sometimes get a chip, your 30-day chip or coin or something like that, and that reminds me of it. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Please mention below how it works, but I do believe that there's something like that to sort of mark a goal or an achievement, a goalpost that you've come to within the program. So that's reminding me of that. So definitely some kind of 12-step program that you're helping people become sober, you're helping people detox, you're helping people in their recovery from various addictions. And addictions can be found in many different guises. It can mention alcoholism, drug abuse. It could be a sexual addiction. It could be a shopping addiction. It could be food addiction. You know, there's overworking. There's so many different types of addiction, and so one of your talents or one of the outcomes of your work is helping with these kind of things for other people, helping other people through that. Okay. The other way that we want to look at this also is as a lesson for you, my darlings, because you know, there wouldn't be a mirroring aspect if maybe there wasn't some kind of addictive behavior in you. So because you are such a wonderful light worker and visionary here, or artist of some sort, you know, maybe you have an addiction, and maybe that's something that you really need to look at right now in order to become the most in your power healer or helper or earth angel. You need to have conquered your demons first so that you can be the most effective that you could be. Okay, that you can be and that you will be. So it looks like you're a fantastic visionary already, but you know what? If you detox, if you clear your addictions, if you face these things, it feels like it's going to propel you 100%, even more powerfully, up the emotional scale, up the spiritual scale. You know, your gifts and talents will sort of explode in a wonderful way. You're just going to become more powerful, basically, and more effective and help more people. And because the situation around the world right now is just so desperate, we are in an emergency situation around the world. Light workers and earth angels are being called now powerfully. Sort yourselves out. It's saying, the universe is saying, please now do it. Sort yourself out so that you can be effective and help so many other people. You know, you lead the way. So you must make sure that you are clear. And I'm listening to this as well as I'm reading this to you. It's like, oh gosh, I've been trying to declutter my house for years and therefore declutter my energy. And, you know, eat better. Yeah. So this is telling you to eat better as well as drink healthier, you know, waters and juices rather than alcohol and caffeine. You know, clean up your act basically. And this is so beautiful because the butterfly here is just showing it in its beautiful yellow joyful color. It's showing you that, you know, you're going to become a butterfly, from a caterpillar to a butterfly. You're going to completely transform and help so many people if you help yourself first. And then the work you do, say you do work with other people with addictions, the work you do there is just going to be so sacred and so pure and so meaningful and powerful, because you've gone through it yourself and you're on the other side. So therefore you can lead more effectively. Okay, my number 4s, I hope that makes sense. I hope you enjoyed that. Please do ask any questions below. I love connecting with you guys. It really means a lot to me, and I'm really grateful that you watch my channel. Please be a subscriber. And as I've said to everyone, you know, if you've chosen another pile as well, please go and watch that as well. But also, please stick around and watch your bonus. I'm going to do a little prayer for you now, a little blessing to help you on your life mission. Thank you, number 4s. Namaste. I love you. See you at the blessing in a minute. Hello, angels. So this is your blessing, you beautiful, powerful light worker. Dear Mother, Father, God, please shine your divine light on the person watching this video right now. Please give this person the confidence, the support, the wisdom to go forth into the world and help all those in need at this moment, at this critical time for our planet. May this light worker, this earth angel, feel the support of thousands of angels around them as they, along with so many other light workers at this time, fulfill their mission and help all the souls on this planet at this time. May everyone be healed from this pandemic, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And for those whose time has come, for those who need to cross over into the light, may these light workers be the bridge to helping them transition in a more peaceful and loving way. Dear Mother, Father, God, please pour your divine light upon the person watching this video. Give them strength, give them spiritual and psychic insights that they may follow your wisdom, your divine wisdom, so they know the next step, each step of the way, and can clearly and confidently move forward. With love and grace and gratitude. And so it is. Namaste, everybody. Namaste. Thank you, and I love you, and thank you for watching my video. If this has helped you, if you know anybody who's suffering, if you know anyone who's wondering about their life mission right now, please forward my video onto your circle, your group, your network, your friends, your family. Let's all help each other at this time. And please do watch my other videos. I have many videos coming out, positive affirmations for the day, especially during challenging times, especially this time during the pandemic. I've got some coronavirus diaries and vlogs and videos and meditations. So please look for those on my channel, and please do subscribe. I have many more gifts and treats coming up for you. I've also got a gratitude game coming up for you soon, or a gratitude challenge that's going to help you stay positive and strong spiritually as well as physically through this challenging time on our planet. So do subscribe, and also join my mailing list at www.angelic-creations.net. I've got a free gift waiting for you there, as well as other goodies and treats. A lot of my meditations are going to be free, Some of them will be donation, some of them will be free, some of them will be paid for, but mostly they will be free at this time, because I want to help as many people as I can. So sending you lots of love, my darlings, and praying for the best for everybody. Namaste. Love you. Take care of yourselves. Bye.